So guys, the weather today is not that bad. It's very good weather today in the Netherlands. Greetings from here. Hope you guys are doing well. Now let's go quickly into the main gist for today. Today I want to talk about some things that you should know if you really want to study in France. Now this is for those who wish to study in France, because I realize that many of you have been asking questions, but I have not been able to reply to everybody. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about some of the things that you need to know if you really want to consider France as a study destination. Right now, before you even start thinking of France, I want to draw your attention that there are two websites, two portals. Look at the car is waiting for me to cross. Thank you. So if you want to study in France, remember there are two websites. Please make sure you watch this video to the end so you actually understand what you are going to do. Yeah, I just want to put out this material here real quick because there is no time, right? Thank you. So if you want to study in France, understand that there are two portals or two websites, let me say portals, you are going to use during your application, right? The first one is Campus France. I'm saying this so that you should pay attention to those portals. Please make sure you start looking at Campus France right now. Get used to it. Try to click the various sections, click the programs available, click the section how to create accounts, so that you actually know what you are going to be doing, right? Because the admissions is going to open very soon. I have said it. Now if you're an English speaker, or if you're a French speaker, or if you studied in an English institution before or in a French institution before, it's possible for you to study in France, right? There are programs that you can study in English. There are programs you can study in French. Now remember, if you want to study in France in English, you should pay attention to these terms. Licence. Licence is bachelor's degree programs. M1 is master's degree 1, level 1. M2 is master's degree level 2 if you want to study in France. So please always remember this. And France is one of the most affordable countries now in the European Union, right? In a couple of months, yeah, for those of my people who are watching me from France, I'm going to explain to you, tell you when I'll be visiting France, so we can vibe together, right? Now, remember, France is not that expensive like the Netherlands and maybe the UK, maybe Australia and all those other places. So if you have maybe 6 million, 7 million CFA francs, why not check those cheap universities in France and apply, right? I'm talking about universities like University of Paris-Saclay, University of D'Orléans, maybe University of Saint-Etienne, right? There are cheap universities. Look very well on Campus France. I'm going to put the Campus France website, a link down there in the video description box that can help you enter into Campus France, right? Use that link, enter there. Remember, I said before that there are two websites you have to be familiar with. One is Campus France, the other one is Etudes en France. They call it Etudes en France. I will put the links down there so you start getting used to them. Some universities in France, you cannot apply to them without a Campus France account, right? You must create an account with Campus France for some universities. For others, you don't need it. It's not necessary. So this is something you should note. I think I will have to go this way. Yeah. Now, remember, I said some schools in France, they are very affordable, right? With maybe 170 euros, you can study a bachelor's program. With 270 euros, you can take a master's program, and with less than 400 euros, you can take a PhD program. So these are some things you should put into consideration. I talk about Etudes en France, I talk about Campus France. So please take a look at all this site. Try to navigate, like try to punch them, try to get familiar with them. It's so important for you to put this into consideration. Now, admissions begins October, that is in the next couple of weeks. You can actually apply to these universities in France. Then remember, most of these cheaper options I gave you, University of Paris-Saclay, University of D'Orléans, University of Paris-Cité. These are some of the cheaper options you can find, right? Now, when you are about to apply to them, please remember that admissions will start October, and then the last day for you to apply should definitely be December, January. I'm not saying that this is the date most of the admissions will be closed. No, I'm just saying that it is the last day for you to actually apply, right? I'm walking past a canal. I decided to use this way today. Look at it now. So try to apply to those schools, those cheaper options: Paris-Saclay, Paris-Cité, D'Orléans. These are the schools that I know that are cheap. In this school, you can find programs that you would be able to pay just 170 euros, 270 euros, 380. And remember, before, some of these programs were actually cheap and affordable, right? Then as of last year, the schools increased the money. Like right now, some schools that used to be 170, you can't have them now for 170 euros. So put this into consideration. Then remember, there are equally scholarship options you can apply for in these universities. Yeah, most of these schools, they have scholarship options that you can actually apply for, right? So you should also pay attention to these options. There is a university, I remember, Toulouse School of Business, and there is another school in Toulouse. You should try to check all those schools in Toulouse. They do have scholarships. Now remember, if you are looking for a country where you can apply for many programs, though there is an application fee involved, you should apply to France. Now in France, you can apply to maybe 4, 5, 6 programs depending on the level, whether you're applying for license or M1 or M2. Those of you with HND, please try to apply to M1 programs. Listen again, those with HND, apply to M1 programs. The reason is because M1 programs is the first stage of masters, and you have a high possibility, or let's just say probability, of getting into the first year of masters with HND, but it is not a guarantee. So if you are doing admissions with HND, make sure you apply to many schools. Many. I'm here, I applied to more than 6 schools, all rejected, all like they gave me rejections, all those schools, right? But one gave me. I'm still going to talk about that because I think right now it's not essential. Let me just give you the details so you can also use it. Now, for the requirements, you need so many things. One is a motivation letter. And remember what a motivation letter is. It's not just a normal letter. So you need to pay attention to what you are writing. Why are you applying to the school, right? You need to mention it. Why did you choose the school? Why France? All these things, you need to mention them in the motivation letter. They are so important. Then the other document you need is a recommendation letter. This is another very important document you should not forget. I'm just telling you so you should know, because most people don't know. You can be applying to maybe Paris-Saclay and they don't ask you for recommendation letter, but when you're about to apply to the University of Bordeaux, they're asking you for a recommendation letter. So make sure you have good relationship with your lecturers so that they can recommend you. Remember, key emphasis should be good relationship with your lecturers. The other document you need is a copy of your international passport. Then you also need a copy of your transcripts. That's your master's transcript, Or if you don't have a master's transcript yet, you can use your bachelor's, maybe a high school transcript. Then you also need your high school certificate in case you want to maybe apply for license or bachelor's program. So please put all of this into consideration. I'm going to be making more videos to explain details to you. I'm already in my school. Look at my back. Yeah, you see, this is my school. So see you in the next one. If you check my channel very well, you are going to see all the videos about proof of funds. You are going to see so many things about visa application. Please check them so you are actually familiar, or that you should know everything you need, like what you need to do, everything you need to do after the admissions, because wasting time to apply for visa is a lot of problems. Please don't waste time. As soon as you get admissions, plan on how to apply for your visa. It's so important. Now guys, I'm going to leave you here. We will talk again in another video.